Hey everyone, it's your girl Stephanie Lance. I'm back with a video. It's been a very long time coming, but I'm back with like a new series that I want to introduce you guys to. So I'm gonna do a little intro about that, and then I'm gonna talk about all this other stuff too. Alright y'all, keep watching. Welcome to Beauty and Ball. This will be where I'm talking about two things I love so very much. Beauty, of course, and basketball. I talk about basketball all the time. I've even got dabbled in some sports writing, so I just decided to bring both the things that I love and infuse them together, doing my makeup while talking about basketball, because why not? So first, I'm gonna show you what we're working with today with the makeup tip, and then I'm gonna get into the ball. So I got a bunch of new stuff and I'm so excited to try it. So today we're gonna start with the new. I bought some stuff from, let's see, Made by Mitchell. I'm gonna just show you this whole stack. So I ended up, if you didn't know, if you're new here, I am a makeup artist. I've been a makeup artist for, it's been like 10 years now, and these went on sale in the TikTok shop for, I think they were like $9-10, something like that. So I'm like, I can't beat it. And I heard really good things about Made by Mitchell as a brand and as an entirety. Cannot talk today. So I'm like, yeah, your girl gotta get it. So got all the shades. I got the lighter and got light. I also got medium, deep, and deeper. So I'm going to use deep on myself today as my contour. It has blush in there too, but I'm going to show you what else I bought as to why I'm only going to use the contour out of here. So I was like super impressed. I've used it, I've used the palette on two clients I had a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, oh, chef's kiss. So that made me just have to go buy some more stuff. And I really love that, one thing I want to point out with Made by Mitchell is like the brand is very, very inclusive. That is always important to me when I'm buying from a brand, because if you're not making anything for me or someone deeper than me, you don't deserve my coins. Like, I'm gonna save those coins to people that deserve them. And also I really love brands that are created by actual makeup artists. I feel like we just have the knowledge and I can trust them a little bit more. I feel like I know we got the same brain things going on. So I know that you're looking for certain things, and I know most of them are very inclusive because we have to work on a wide variety of people when it comes to skin tones, face shapes, everything like that. So I was really impressed with the brand, so I was just like, let me order some more stuff. So I did order 3 more items here. Of course, so I got the Beam. This is the lip gloss. This is in the color Nude Mood. I love a good nude lip. I probably have 7 billion nude lip combinations, but that's fine. I'm going to continue to buy more because that's just who I am. And then I got the blush. This is like the first thing I've ever seen from Made by Mitchell. So, but the curve cases, like I said, I couldn't beat them. And they were so cheap that I'm like, gotta buy all of them. So this is in the color Cherry Cola. And then this one, I probably won't use it. I'll put some on my hands today, but I'm probably not going to use it all over. This is the Shine Slime. It's a body gel highlighter. This is in the color Angel Wings. So I'll show y'all this too, but like I said, I have a t-shirt on, which I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, but I have a t-shirt on, so I'm not going anywhere to have this on. But this was also on sale in the TikTok shop, if you could see it better now. Maybe not. There we go. So I was like, I gotta stock up with some more. I love like what I've tried so far. Gotta try more of it. And then we're also gonna try, so this one, I ordered it. It was on sale on Sephora.com, and they also had like that extra additional sale from the stuff that was on sale. So I'm like, you can't beat this. I think this ended up being like $20. As if I don't have enough foundations. I don't know if this matches me. I just matched it based upon what was online. This is medium deep 22. I'm pretty good with matching, so I'm sure it's gonna be me. It kind of looks like me. If not, we're gonna make it work, because I got plenty of other stuff in here to do that. So that is all the new stuff that I have today. So let's get into the other parts, the basketball world. Okay, so let's get into the basketball side of things. So I'm gonna start doing my eyes while I talk about that. So I played basketball when I was younger, grew up watching basketball. Always been a huge basketball fan. That's one sport that I know that I can go toe to toe with anybody about. Like, I'm also going to use the Morphe micro brow pencil. This is in the color Java. I'm going to use this palette today too, so I'm going to use this as a mirror. Save myself some time. But, yeah, played basketball growing up. Always had a love for basketball. Watched basketball growing up. Basketball is something that I just know. I've always known. So, I'm like, why not just get into this? So, what really inspired me? I actually went to college. I actually, even in high school, I was a manager for the boys basketball team, and that kind of got me hip to like athletic training, and I was like, oh, I can go to school for this. So I ended up going to University of Akron in Ohio, where I'm from, and decided to pursue athletic training. I originally started with that, but I ended up switching my major to sports management and went from there. So I've actually been a huge basketball fan for years and decided to get on basketball Twitter. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but it's very chaotic over there. But I've also met like a lot of great people in the process. So I would get on there and talk about basketball all day long because, you know, makeup artist, if you've been following me for a while, you know, most 99.9% of my content is beauty. So I like went on Twitter because like that was my outlet to talk about sports. I can connect with other people about sports, and you know, actually people, because I share stuff in my my main pages, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to talk to me about basketball. I have like one friend over there that actually like I think cares about basketball like that, and I could talk to like in the DMs and stuff. But other than that, I'm just talking to myself. So get on Twitter. It gets, like I said, it's very chaotic over there. But I started doing threads where I was writing, just like breaking down the game and stuff like that of my favorite player, which we'll get into that shortly. But so I started doing stuff like that, gained a little name for myself, and I don't know, I just was like, how do I combine two things that I love and I enjoy into one little thing? So I'm like, let's start this YouTube and see what happens. I can get on here, and this probably won't be my main. This will probably be more like a series. It probably would not be the main thing that I do on here. I might do like some twice a month videos. They might not even be as long. We'll see how it goes depending on how I feel and how I'm like vibing with these videos. So, you know, we'll go from there on that. So, got these eyebrows snatched. I need to get them done, but we'll get them done eventually. That's what concealer is for. We're gonna make them look like we just got them done, even though we didn't. So, ended up, like I said, making a little name for myself on basketball Twitter. Not that big. I ain't that popular. Nobody cares that much. But I did end up like building a community and making some really great friends. So, that's what brought me here on that aspect today. So one thing about me, when I was growing up, they used to call me Iverson. Not because I played like Iverson, but because like that was my favorite player. And one thing about me is like, you know how like the boys be real competitive and they be going at it, like I'm with the boys going at it. I know what I'm talking about. My daddy does not have a son, so I was the son. So I'm used to, you know, doing all of that, talking sports, being around trash talk with sports with my father. So that's what Steph Nasty does. This one is too light. Let me get my other concealer, but because this one is, I'm gonna use this for my under eye, but I don't want my eyebrows to be that bright. Okay, so we got the same brand concealer. This is Lancome the All Over Tint Idol Concealer. This is shade 470. This is very, very close to my skin tone. So I've been using it because I really haven't been into like the really bright brows lately, or bright under the brows. So I like to keep it kind of either this shade, or I'll mix this with the lighter one I just had if I want to do like a more dramatic look. But today I'm not focusing that much on the eyes, so I don't really need to go that bright. We just need to snatch the brows. But back to my story. So they used to call me Iverson because that was my dude. Like, I would argue with anybody about, like, if we talking about the best player out, it was Iverson. I don't care. Like, you just gonna have to argue and fight with me about it, because I'm not backing down. I'm the same way now. I'm like, I know what I said, and I said what I said about my favorite player, and you're not gonna disrespect me. So yeah, Iverson has been one of my favorite players. Jordan is the GOAT. You can fight me about that too. I don't care. I'll stand by what I stand up when I say. Like, if I got something to say about my favorite player, I'm gonna have that back forever. So we ain't even gonna worry about that one. So yeah, call me Iverson. I also grew up watching Carmelo Anthony. That was one of my favorite players growing up as well. And you know, my love for basketball just continued to grow. Like, I went to school, got a whole degree in sports. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Now, football, don't be asking me no questions about that, because I only know a little touchdown, a little tackle, a couple more things. That's about it. So let's talk about present day. My favorite players, I will like fight you in the street about these guys. You just have to meet me outside. I don't play around. My favorite player right now is Jordan Poole, and he plays for the Washington Wizards. And don't get on here talking about they suck or anything negative about them. I know. I watch every game. They're tanking. They're not supposed to win. I'm not going there with y'all, because people always, every time I like post something, people be like, oh, they suck. Girl, boy, whatever, like, shut up. Like, don't make me start talking about you. That's how I feel about sports sometimes. Like, don't make me get on here and start talking about you. So we blended that for the eyebrows. I'm probably gonna go back in with the darker eyebrow color, because it's still not popping the way I want to. But I like to do that at the end, because, you know, when you're putting all the stuff on, you're doing the blending, sometimes your brows, you lose a little bit of them sometimes. So I'm gonna go back in with the darker one, because I also have to fill in this side. I'm telling you all my business, I don't know why, but this eyebrow goes in a little bit further than this one, so I always even them out at the end. Sometimes I do it off camera if I forget to do it while I'm recording. But work that, conceal it down onto your lid, and it blanks it out and gives you a nice space to start working on the eyeshadow. So we're gonna hop onto that next. Okay, so now that we have that base on the eye, I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow. As you've seen earlier, I'm using the Icy Nude palette from Huda Beauty, because I don't have any eye products from Makeup by Mitchell yet, but that's gonna be my next project, is to get some eye products. So back to my favorite player. My favorite player, Jordan Poole. Please don't get on here talking crazy about him, because I will go to war. I have no shame. Like, I will go to war with y'all. I stopped arguing with people because, you know what, I'm all for, like, the one thing about sports Twitter is, like, people want a reaction out of you, and people want attention. They don't care if like what they're saying is actually true or not. And that's what I had to learn, because I've had a Twitter for years, but then I deleted that Twitter, got a new one, and this one is just like my sports Twitter. But I had to like really like realize that these people don't care if they're wrong or they're right. Like, I can literally post like stats of a game, and they'll say something that has nothing to do with that, and then I'm just like, did you even watch the game? Like, how are you saying certain things about a player when that's not even true? But they don't care. They're just gonna argue with you, or they're just like trying to rage bait people. So I really don't like go back and forth. I mean, I can have a conversation, like we can talk. We can I've used what's this one? High Life, and then I'm about to use unapologetic in the crease, if you are wondering. Well, not in the crease, in the outer corner. That's going to be the first color. And then we're probably going to build that up with faux fur, but I'll show y'all that one when we get there. But yeah, so people like to rage bait on there. So that's what I really had to. I'm like, you over here trying to be logical and give them like statistics and facts of what's happening, and people don't care. So that's why I'm like, that's a part of the reason why I started my threads, because I was like, I'm not going back and forth with y'all. Like, y'all don't want to know the truth, and that's the problem. Or y'all don't care about the truth. Y'all just want attention and to rage bait people by saying stuff about their favorite players. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna start threads. I'm gonna just start writing about the truth of what's happening on this court with these Washington Wizards. And you know what, I feel like I got my vengeance this year, because Jordan is playing extremely well. This one I won't break down too much of the game, because I just want to talk about like why I'm starting this, and like my love for sports and a little bit of my background. But next one, I got y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some more like stats and just compare some stuff and break down the game a little bit more. And I'm gonna talk about the juicy stuff, because I wouldn't be me if I didn't. Like, I like a little mess just like everybody else. But yeah, Jordan has been playing amazing this year. Last year was rough, going to a new team, being played out of position. There's only so much you can do. And the biggest thing about like basketball, like I can't speak for all sports, but I'm gonna assume this is probably for all sports, but a lot of it is gonna be your fit. Like, what type of game does this team play? Like, what do they actually need coaching wise? Are they playing you in your correct position? Like, what's happening with the team? And sometimes it's like you really just gotta vibe. Like, some of it is personalities. You really gotta like work well with your people. And that's why they always talk about like when people are winning, they're like, look at the vibes, because you really gotta connect with these people. Like, you're with these people. It's just like we all are at work. Like, when I go to work, it's, you know, when you look at the schedule, and that's if you work like I've worked in the beauty industry. I don't right now, but when you look at the schedule and you see that one manager or that one coworker that you like, oh my gosh, like they about to come in and ruin the day. And maybe it's like, okay, I go in at 10 and I'm with my friends at 10, but then that one person come in at noon and the vibes aren't going to be vibing. Like, everybody's going to be quiet. Like, nobody's having a good time. You can't even laugh for real. I had some managers where I'm just like, damn, I can't even laugh around here. I can't have any joy, any peace, anything. So it's kind of like that with basketball too. Like, you really have to be in a good fit. You have to be something that the team needs. Then the vibe, everything just kind of has to align to win a championship. It's very, very hard. And it could be as small as something like an ego, or, you know, just people just not getting along, or people just not wanting to play together and wanting to see others succeed. Because a lot of you really have to, like, I want to win, but I want all of us to win. Like, I want my brother to win, I want my sister to win. Like, everybody got to win. And that's how you have a successful team. Same thing with just like I said, with regular jobs. You all got to be on the same page and have the same goal and want the same things. And then on top of that, the talent. But we gonna get into that another day, because I really want to break down the game and kind of go through like how I did with my threads on here. I think that would be dope. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so before I get into the next part, I'm gonna go with faux fur. So that one's this one. I'm gonna do that in the outer corner, and then we're gonna build up the lid. So this is like one of my favorite palettes. So if you don't have it, please get it. This is like the last, I think she said the last larger size palette that they're going to do. So it's fabulous. It's beautiful. Definitely invest in this if you haven't already. But let me get to my other favorite players, because I could spend the whole day talking about last season versus this season with the Wizards and Jordan Poole. So, of course, if y'all know anything about me, Wardell Stephen Curry the second. That's it. Like, he has been my favorite player of this whole like generation of players. I am a Clevelander, so I had to fight for my life in 2016. I'm not going to get too deep into that either because I'm not going to hurt my own feelings. 2016 was just a bad year. Like, I got my heart broken in real life. I got my heart broken in basketball. Like, we're just going to have a moment of silence. We're not going to, like I said, we're not going to go there. I'm in a good mood. We're not going to bring up any type of sadness and pain. We're not doing that. So, Wardell Stephen Curry. The babyface assassin. First of all, we got almost the same name. Like, Steph. Close enough. Like, that's my dog, though. Like, that's the greatest shooter of all time. Like, I don't care what y'all, like, he was tearing. As a Clevelander, everybody else hated me because I would be cheering for my team and we was winning. We was keeping LeBron from breaking all these MJ records. Like, he could have had a couple more rings, but Steph was like, not on my watch. Not on my watch. So, but that's my favorite player. And then, of course, and you know, Klay Thompson, Splash Brothers, and Splash Nephew. That they all are my favorites. So those are like the three people that you're probably gonna. Well, I'm not even gonna say. I'm still mad at the Warriors, but well, there's plenty of videos where we can talk about that. But those are gonna be the three that you will see me talk about the most. I definitely am going to try not to be a biased person on here. It's gonna be really hard. I'm gonna go back in with the first color we used, the High Life, and that's I'm just gonna blend in the crease to kind of blend out anything with the other ones. A little bit of that up there, but so those are probably gonna be those will be the three players I'm talking about the most, and then from there I want to talk about other stuff too, because like I said, I'm not going to be too biased. I do watch, you know, it's hard to watch every game. I do have League Pass, but I you know, I watch my faves are most of the time like back to back to back. Like most of the time, like the Wizards, I watch them like pretty much all of their games unless Jordan's hurt. I'm not even gonna lie, if Jordan's hurt, I'm not watching the game. I'm not coming. So I end up watching the Dallas Mavericks because Klay Thompson is there now. Typically because they're in Dallas, they're an hour closer to me, so they typically come on at like 8. Sometimes they come on later, but depending on if they're home, sometimes they come on at like 7:38. So I'm just like back to back to back. So most of the time I'm watching the Wizards. Wizards go to halftime, I switch over to watch the Mavericks, and then when the Wizards are over, well then when halftime is over, I go back to the Wizards, and then I go, when they're done, go back to the Mavericks and watch them. And then if I feel like, which is not that often lately, I will watch the Warriors play too. And then of course Clevelander, I like the Cavs now. I was not a huge, I never use this color, but I'm going to use Gold Standard. So this one, I've never used this before. That'll be my first time. But you know what, I'm a Clevelander, but I was never like a huge LeBron fan. I actually met LeBron and I have a picture with him and Kevin Durant. I may or may not insert that in there. Maybe. We'll see. But I respect his game, but I was just always like a Steph Curry fan. So it's like we going against y'all, so I can't be rooting for both of y'all. Sorry, not sorry. But but I do really like this Cleveland team. I like the young guys. I like Spida, Darius Garland, like, and it's nice to actually have a home team that's like winning. They've been playing really, really well this year. Top team in the league. Now they have the vibes. Like if you just watch their after game pressers, even just like the ones that are directly in the court after the game, or their interviews after the game, like in the locker room and stuff like that, you could just tell that they are really close-knit group. They really like love each other. They really got the vibes. They really want to win for each other, and they really hype up each other. Like that's the biggest thing. It's like they spend time, like one of them could have a really good game and they just spend so much time like hyping up each other. So I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I'm using the Lancome Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner. This was a glossy black. This is pretty, real pretty. But yeah, they're a pretty good team. Like I'm not even gonna say I was expecting this. Like I knew they were gonna be good. They made it to the playoffs last year. even though in the playoffs they were stressing me out, but they did have some injuries, so you know, there's only so much you could do when your team is injured. I don't know if this is dried out or what, but you know, I'm really like, everybody kept calling them a fluke. They're like, oh, they're a fluke. They're not good for real. This is just like the beginning. But I'm like, it's January now and they still cooking. So I'm like I'm already excited in advance to go to the playoffs, because I'm definitely taking myself to a game. I went to the Wizards game when they came here. I went with my dad, and hold on, we gotta be quiet to get this liner. I just feel like this is dried out. It is a little bit, but I don't feel like going through my liners and finding more, so we're gonna make this work. I don't really need a ton of liner anyways. Okay, now that I can focus a little bit, I'm just gonna throw this right in the trash, because you're not about to destroy my life and hurt my feelings by not working. But yeah, so I'm excited to already get some tickets. I went to a game with my dad, and I kind of want to go to a couple more. Last year I think I went to like 3 last year. But this year I'm gonna go to at least one more. I want to go see Clay, because I've never got to see him in person. It's crazy. Ironically, I went to see the Warriors, the 2021-22 season when they won the championship. But they came to Cleveland. It was in November. I'm sorry, November. So I went to the game, but that was before Clay came back. And then the ironic part is Clay came back versus Cleveland, but it was like out there, home game. So I've never got to see him play in person, so I'm gonna try to go to the game. The tickets are so high for that one, but I'm gonna try to go to the game next month. I think it is next month. So if I don't go to All-Star Weekend, we're gonna see. It depends on who gets picked for All-Star. So I'm gonna do a primer. I'm gonna use the Nessamyrix Yummy Skin Glow Serum, just because, like I said, I've never used that foundation before, and I would use another primer, but I just don't want it to like beat up or anything, because if the ingredients and stuff don't match, and I didn't even look up the ingredients, and I don't feel like it. So this is just gonna be my primer for today. Give it a little hydration and a little glow on top of that. But yeah, gotta go to a couple more games. I try to go, like, of course, since I like the Cavs, any game I go to is like a good game, but I try to go to games where I can see like other people that I'm a fan of. Last year I went to go see the Wizards, and then I went to go see the Clippers, because I really wanted to see, I had never seen Paul George in person, I had never seen Westbrook in person, or James Harden, and all 3 of them happened to be playing that game, so I was able to enjoy that. So we're gonna get into this foundation, Pat McGrath, the Queen. So this is Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Like I said earlier, this is in the shade medium deep 22. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope that it matches. If not, if it's like so bad, then I'm just gonna have to looks like it might be a little light. We're gonna see. We'll see if it oxidizes too, because that's always going to be a factor in a foundation. So that's one thing about a foundation, is that it will surely oxidize on you. Actually, it's very liquidy. Like, it just got all over my brush, and not just in the hairs, but the color match is good. So we move. Okay, that works. Look at me, know how to match online. So I'm gonna do, before I do that, like, cause this will have time to sit, I'm gonna do the Huda Beauty color corrector. This one is in the shade Peach. It's a little light, but it works. I would get the darker one ideally, but I got this one in PR, so it is what it is. But it still works, honestly, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And you just need a little bit. I did not sleep though as much as I should, so my eyes have a little bit of darkness under it, and we're just gonna cover that up before we put the concealer on. So let that sit, and then we're gonna go in again with this foundation. It's very, very liquidy, like, I'm sure you can hear that. So I'm gonna be careful when I pump it onto the brush. I have to look up and see. Yeah, it's like extremely liquidy. So I like to like put my foundation directly onto the brush, but this one I'm gonna do just a little bit at a time because it is. So I didn't expect the caps to be this good this year. I won't even lie to you guys. You know what? I didn't have any expectations. I am not a Boston fan by any means. Like, so I just didn't want them to win again this year. I didn't want them to win last year. I feel like they skated to the championships, and it's not fair. Because ain't no way every single person that they had to face was injured. And it's like, I don't know. They just walked their way to the championship. And I think that they got that easy route because maybe the Warriors weren't supposed to win. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, as a Warriors fan, they had everything set up to win, but I think that like the whole setup, I don't think that the like media or the NBA wanted the Warriors to win. So I almost feel like they kind of had it set up to like, oh yeah, they about to get like washed by the Celtics. They're not gonna win this year. Like, Steph Curry's not gonna get his finals MVP, even though he deserved it before, but they didn't give it to him. Being petty. But yeah, they weren't supposed to win. I think the NBA was set up for the Boston Celtics to win and have that young group go through and do that together, and that did not happen because Steph Curry was like, not on my damn watch. Like, I'm getting this finals MVP. And honestly, everybody was just like elite at that time. Like, Jordan was like cooking in his first set of playoffs. Like, wigs, it was like a redemption for so many people. I had like I don't even think I wrote an article, but it was just like something, well, no, it was in another article that I was writing, and I was talking about like storylines and how the NBA is very, very, very poetic at times, and just about how with that 2022 championship, this is like, okay, this is really pretty. Like, your girl is obsessed. Let me put on my glasses though, because I can't see. I'm like, that's the honest to God truth. I cannot see a thing without these glasses, so I just be doing my makeup because I'm used to doing it just like off muscle memory. Okay, your girl is snatched, and my hair, just got my hair done today. That's why I was like, let me record today. The gel is pulling white with the light, but it is what it is. It's still like super, super cute. All of this. Yeah, just wait till I add this. Just wait till I get it snatched. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. But yeah, I was talking about in one of my articles about the storyline and how, you know, the NBA is very poetic a lot of times. So I'm gonna get this ready to do. So be ready for that. But the NBA is very, very, very poetic. For that particular season for 2022 for the Warriors, you had Steph Curry had 3 championships already and never got finals MVP, which is insane to me, but whatever. And then you had Klay Thompson, 2 major injuries. Not everybody can come back to the NBA from something like that. So he was out for 2 years, just came back, trying to prove himself, trying to show the world, which I don't think he has to by any means. Like, it kind of made me sad that he came back with like that chip on his shoulder where he felt like he had to prove. And you know, maybe that's something that like fuels people to be great. Every player has something in them that fuels them for greatness, and they don't become great without that chip. So maybe that's what he had to do to like get to that level. And you know, he was just, oh, people don't come back from that injury, he's not going to be the same. So I get it, because it's like, if you're calling me out telling me I'm not going to be as great as I was, I'm gonna try to prove you wrong. So I definitely get like where he was coming from with that. Then you have GP2, who, you know, was almost out the league. Well, he almost didn't even make it to the league. He had a couple stints in the league. Had some stints in the G League. He applied for the, well, he tried out for the position, but he was about to apply for a position in like the video room as video coordinator. Ends up getting a call for the Warriors, so he's on the team. Then you have Wiggins, who was the first pick, and he actually ironically got picked for Cleveland but got traded immediately and was considered a bust from Minnesota. You have Jordan, who was struggling as his first year, and they always want to say, oh, he was almost out the league, he went to the G League, even though the G League always claiming him, and he was only there for like a few games. Like, he wasn't there for that long for them to take as much credit as they do, but whatever. At least somebody supporting. But yeah, so it's like you have all of that happening. And okay, of course, Andre Iguodala, he's one of the core four. He's got the 4 rings as well, so there we go. We got Otto Porter Jr., who typically struggles with like staying healthy, and he just happened to be healthy like that whole year. I think he might have sat out a few games, but like played probably the most games he's ever played in his career. Then he actually retired, I think, last year. But yeah, it's just like all of these storylines that you had, and it was just so poetic when they actually won, because it's like everything was like up against them. Like, yeah, you have Steph Curry, you have one of the best players on the planet on your team, the best shooter of all time on the team, but you know, I'm gonna use this brush is clean. I'm not gonna double dip because I don't feel like going through and getting my spatula. So this one is called, I'm gonna use this one called She Laid. We gonna hope it's not too dark. We gonna see. But I'm gonna just do a little bit. Oh no, we can do her. And we're just gonna carve out that face. And I love how pigmented this is. Like, that's just like a couple swipes through. And then we gotta get where my glasses sit. And then we're gonna get this notch. It's gonna snatch that bad boy out too. And I think, so of course, when I'm in the middle of blending, I get cut off, but look at the snatch. I probably could have went a little darker if I wanted to be more dramatic, but we're not going to do that tonight. Because like I said, it's already 1 in the morning. So, actually it's after 1 in the morning. So, we're going to get to the good stuff. So, something I also wanted to bring up. So, let's get into the blush in Cherry Cola. Something I also want to talk about sports-wise is Jimmy Butler and all this trade stuff going on. This is like, the NBA is messy. So if y'all didn't know, like, this is kind of like, not as, some of the stuff that be happening be giving Love and Hip Hop, like, but NBA, like, they playing basketball, but there's always a story within a story and a little mess within a mess, and I'm here for the mess. Like, I'm not messy per se, because I don't really get into, I like to see the mess, but I don't like to be in the mess, if that makes sense. I'm kind of like messy adjacent. Like if it's on a good TV show, I'm gonna be in there like Swimmer. So, but Jimmy Butler, if y'all don't know, so let's open this up and see what it actually looks like. Okay, so it's giving more, at least in the packaging, but the packaging is frosted. It's giving more pinkish than because I was thinking, when I was thinking cherry, I was thinking like a red. But let's see when you open it, because I know it can be deceiving when, okay, yeah, it's definitely, it's still a little pinky side, but a little more red than it looks in here. So let's just put it on. Let me just do a couple dots, because I don't know, I've never used this one before, this brand before, so I've learned to just kind of chill out a little bit, and then we can always add more if we need to. So let's start with that. Blue with a little brush here. Oh yeah, it definitely has pigment. So I'm glad it didn't go crazy. It is giving a little more pink than I thought it would be, but I'm okay with that. Get my little mirror. But like, back to Jimmy Butler while I'm blending. So, ooh, this is really pretty actually. It's very, very pink. But it does have like a little red to it, but it's very, very pretty. Very beautiful. So yeah, Jimmy. See, like on here it gives like a pinky bit of red, but it's very, very beautiful, and it goes with the look too. It's like a whipped formula, which I also like because I feel like it's gonna dry with more of a powder finish versus like a liquid. And okay, I'm glad I didn't go too crazy because this is definitely super, super pigmented. But I'm here for it. Like, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And I'm a blush girl, so I'm always going to add probably more blush than probably some other people to myself. Just because by the time I start adding a highlighter and then when I go in with the powder and stuff, it's going to calm it down a little bit. But you know what, this art, I feel like it's a little too much. I'm not gonna lie. My little trick for that is get your foundation brush, use whatever's left on it, and kind of go on top, and it'll just like mute it down a little bit because you're just putting a little bit of the foundation, barely, just on top of it. So, but that's stunning. I'm absolutely obsessed. So let me get in with this this little highlighter. So I'm gonna use a highlighter that I already have, and I'm actually gonna put this on too. This is from City Lips. This is a lip plumper, so we can use a little bit of that first before we go in with that other gloss, because I want a little bit of plump today. But Jimmy, I'm gonna get to Jimmy. So, started off, rumors were swirling that he wanted to trade from Miami. So, of course, everybody's like gossiping about that because that's what we do in the sports world. Like, it gets messy. Guys be acting like they're not messy, but they be messy with their friends just like we do. Like, we watch Love and Hip Hop, they watch basketball and football, and that's all. That's the main sports I know about. Just like the feelings and stuff that's messy. I don't know if y'all get messy in the other sports. So we're gonna use this Lancome highlighter. This is in Dazzling Bronze, one of my faves. So yeah, anyways, so it comes out that Jimmy Butler wants to be traded, and then Shams, who is the Woj retired from this. He still is, he's like a coach or something like that for like a college team or something, or no, a GM or something for a college team. But so Woj bombs were the best, but we got Shams still around. So he drops information like, oh, Jimmy Butler wants to be traded, this, and this. And then Jimmy Butler's agent, because he's like, oh, I heard this from Jimmy Butler's agent. Jimmy Butler's agent popped back like, actually, no, I didn't. And this is all happening on Twitter. Told you, Twitter is messy, Twitter is chaotic, but I just cannot leave the app. I don't know why, I just can't. But I digress. So Jimmy Butler's agent was pretty much like, I ain't say that. You ain't hear that from me, so I don't know why you keep saying that. And then Shams ignores him, doubles down a couple days later, maybe the next day or something like that, on ESPN. I don't even know which one he was on, but I saw the clip on Twitter because it's messy. So he was like, yeah, Jimmy Butler wants to trade per his agent, doubling down on what he said. Then the agent comes back again like, I just told you that's not true. Why you keep saying that? Who you hear that from? That's a lie. I didn't tell you that. Period. Then comes back around. Then the team was like, we don't want to trade him. Like, we're not trading him. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what rumors you heard. Everything is good in the hood. Then come back around a couple days later, Jimmy Butler's in the press conference after the game, and he was like, I don't have no joy. I don't like this shit. Like, I just want to come to play basketball and have joy, and I don't have that. And the reporter was like, oh, well, do you think that you can find your joy here? He's like, no. Can't find it here. Not finding it here. Not happening. No. So then, all of a sudden, the next day, Jimmy Butler gets suspended for Like 7 games? Let me fact check that, because I don't want to be on her lying and then y'all like that girl just be making up stuff. I'm a little dramatic, so I'm gonna, when I tell you a story, it's the truth. I don't add that extra stuff in there, but I'm gonna just tell you in my dramatic way of how it happened. So let me see, let me double check, because I will pull out my phone in a second, because y'all are not gonna call me a liar. Let me see. Jimmy Butler suspension. Yeah, I was right. Period. Okay, he was suspended for 7 games. For multiple instances of conduct detrimental to the team over the course of the season in the last several weeks. So yeah, as soon as Jimmy said that, they said, fuck that. No. You want to talk about us? You want to make me look like a liar? You are not coming with the team no more. Get out of here. So my thought process is, well, then the Players Association is filing a grievance, and they're saying that pretty much they're not gonna stop the. They're not gonna like do anything with the suspension. I don't even know if I don't think the grievance is like. I think they're working on it. I don't know how long that stuff takes. I don't work for the team. I'm not in the Players Association, so I don't know how long that takes. But pretty much, yes, I still put it on my nose because I want to. Okay, see, look at that. The plumping action. The plumping is pumping. So pretty much then Jimmy, yeah, they say you wanna act funny, you wanna make us look like we liars, I'm gonna suspend you. So the Players Association is gonna file this, but they're like, oh, it's probably not gonna do anything about the suspension, but we're still gonna file the grievance. And so I'm like, okay, cool, that's probably just something to put on file. So if anybody ever asks any questions, or if they gotta come back down to it, then he might still be suspended, but they might have to run him his money for them games. Because, you know, when you're suspended, they take that money from you. So they might still have to like cut the check. And at this point, if I'm Jimmy, I don't want to come back anyways. Like, y'all just suspended me. Why would I want to come in here and work? Like, now it's a hostile environment. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder, even though I love like the contour and stuff, but I am a dramatic girl. If you didn't know, now you know. So I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown. This is the bronzing powder in Deep. This is one of my favorites. It blends so well. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that just to intensify the snatch a little bit. Just a little bit. And oh, yes. I just love doing my makeup. Like, it just makes me so happy. And I don't know, I just love it. I love it dearly. So anyways, to mess with that, I'm like, and then to get even messier, I saw online today, I was just minding my business, not really minding my business, but kind of minding my business, and Jimmy Butler, his baby mama, is trying to get some extra money. I think they said she's trying to get like 10K extra a month. She already gets like 55K a month, and she's like, I need more. And he's like, no, you don't. He tried to, this is like a article, I don't know how true this is, but I don't know. But they said they found some like his files and stuff like that for the child custody stuff. But he has 3 kids. I didn't even know that man had kids. Like, this whole time, never knew he had kids. But I also think that like we're so used to some of the, like a lot of the players, we see their kids all the time. So it's like the ones that don't always have their kids out or talk about their kids a lot, like we don't, it's just our mind just doesn't think they have kids. But I'm like, dang, you got 3 of them, like not just 1. Like, you might be able to sneak 1 in there that we don't know about, but 3? You good at keeping secrets, Mr. Jimmy. But she was trying to get more money, and he was like, no sis, you don't deserve no more money, you need to get a job. And he's like, she's like, you got money, you run it. So we're gonna see what happens with that too. I probably won't keep up with that one because I'll probably forget. I'm not even gonna lie, my brain be doing what it wants to do, and it's not gonna allow me to remember to check back about that unless it just happens to pop on my timeline like it did today. So we're gonna get into the lip gloss. This is Nude Mood. This is the Beam. So I'm gonna open this up. All this stuff is brand new for y'all. Like, I feel good. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know what's been going on in life and stuff on another video, but I feel really good, and I'm gonna let you know about my fitness journey, because I remember my last video I did. Okay, so we're gonna crack this bad boy open. Now, I just judged these off of TikTok, the colors, so I was like, which ones would look like I would like them. And it's crazy because this one looks more of like, it looks more like a peachy compared. It's cute, it's super cute. So let's try it. I'm gonna do, I brought 2 lip liners over here, but I think I'm gonna just stick with the brown for now, because I don't know, I don't want to go too crazy for now. So this one is a Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0. This is Rich Brown. This is one of my favorites. So it's one of my favorites because it lasts like so long. Like I always have lip liners, like pretty much all the lip liners I use last a long time, but this one don't play around. I feel like it's lasts longer than all the other lip liners I have. I was like nervous about it when I first saw it because I like the sharpen better just because you can get that really sharp point when you're doing the liners. But I got that one in PR, and I was like, I bought like the burgundy one, I think Very Berry is the color. I bought that one immediately because I was like, I love it. So we're gonna try this one. Okay, definitely like that peachy. Ooh, hold on. The pigment is pigmenting. Like everything in this brand so far is like super pigmented, which I love. Y'all know I love that. So let's add a little bit more. We're gonna buff that, and then add a little bit more liner. I like to press my lips together because I like to still have like that defined line. This is stunning. Now I gotta go buy some more before they try to snatch TikTok from us. Like, if they on sale, I might have to buy all these shades as if I need any more lip color. But I've been feeling these you know, lip glosses. I have naturally dark lips, so it's hard for me to find lip glosses that have that pigment and, you know, cover like a lipstick. Because that's always like the struggle, is like when you want the gloss. Like I typically layer them, I'm used to it, but it's nice when you can find a lip gloss that, I can't even talk. It's nice when you find a lip gloss that has that really good coverage, especially as a makeup artist when you're trying to, or even when you work at a counter. Like when I used to work at a counter, people are like, oh, I don't want to buy 3 products just to get your lip. And it's nice when you can be like, look, if you already have a brown liner, or buy this brown liner, and then you can buy this lip gloss, and you know, you get the full bag. So this is amazing. I'm about to buy everything made by Mitchell. If you see this, I love you. Like, I'm about to be, my whole face is about to be made by Mitchell. Like now I gotta buy the foundation, the concealer, all of it, because I just, you got some brow products, I'm gonna get those too. Like, I trust you with everything. So I'm gonna go back in with that that brow pencil. I remember telling you guys earlier that I typically go in and fill in my front, so I'm gonna do that since I got some more talking to do. But yeah, the NBA is truly a messy place, and I'm here for it. So the one thing I really want to talk about too is All-Star. I told y'all my favorite player is Jordan Poole. This year they are doing All-Star in the Bay, and that is just, it's very poetic. I'm kind of to just like go back to what I was talking about, how the NBA always ends up having these very poetic stories. It'll be very poetic because Jordan, if you don't know, he used to play for the Warriors, which I talked about that he won the championship with them. So I might have to quiz y'all at the end if y'all forgot. So yeah, it's like it would be very poetic to have his first All-Star at his old stomping grounds where he was drafted, where he won a championship, and be able to like have that story with there. So I've been pushing it. I literally, you know, if you remember, like, I'm showing my age, but like back in the day, celebrities and like music stars and stuff like that, they used to have like street teams, and it would be like their fans and stuff like that, and they would just, you know, we would. I was never a part of it because I think I was like too young. My mom was not about to let me do none of that. But you would just like get the promo pack, like stuff from all the people. You'd be out handing out flyers, advertising their tours and different stuff like that. So that's, I feel like that's what we do on Twitter. Like the Poolies, even though he gave us that name, so I'm gonna just that's what we are, I guess. But I like poolside baddies, poolside gang, pool hive, like all of that. But he said we poolies, so that's what we are. You just gotta accept it. So, but like I feel like at this point we the street team. Like we was out there promoting. We still out here promoting, trying to get people to vote for All Star. And he actually is number 8 on the list right now. So we have done a really, really great job. But we need to get that higher. So if you on here, if you watch all the way to the end of this video, I need you to go vote for Jordan Poole. Go to NBA.vote or vote. I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna put it in the bio somewhere on the screen. Like, go vote. Make a little account. Go vote. Do it for me. Because if you made it this far, you really like me. You really rock with me. So yeah. But this look, hold on, I gotta put some mascara on, and then I'm gonna just we're just gonna just look 8 down. Like, you can't tell me nothing. I'm really mad that it is 1 a.m. and your girl is probably not about to go to bed because I just bought a projector. I gotta finish this movie. I fell asleep on it last night because I bought a projector from TikTok, because we all just typically buy stuff from TikTok for some reason. And I was watching Netflix. I was watching this movie. I think it was like Mother of the Bride or something like that, upstairs, in my bed, and I had the movie on the ceiling, and I just knew, I was like, oh, this is about to be a good idea, because I have a pregnancy pillow. No, I'm not pregnant, but one day I was a little drunk. Well, I was a little tipsy. I got home, and I'm like, you know what would be comfortable right now? A pillow. First, it was like it was a body pillow I wanted, but then I was like, under the influence, and I was looking online, and I was looking at the body pillows, and then I seen like the pregnancy one, because I was like, oh, that wraps around, and then I could just like almost like cuddle up to it. Like that's even more comfortable, because I can just wrap around it, and I typically like sleep on my face with my pillow, my arm tucked under. I'm like, that would be perfect. A pregnancy pillow, you can't beat it. So got one of those, and this is like, my eyelashes have gotten so long since I don't really put anything on there anymore. But I'm gonna do, okay. But anyways, yeah, I went on TikTok, bought that projector. I was upstairs watching this movie. I think I fell asleep in about 15 minutes, and it was so comfortable, but it was probably a bad idea for me to watch it. But I'm about to watch basketball on my projector tomorrow. I didn't have it set up. I need to set it up actually tomorrow before the games start, because I didn't have it set up with the NBA app on there. But actually I lied, because you can do the Apple Share, whatever it's called, Apple Play. I can connect it through there and put the game on. So I'm about to be in my bed like knocked out like that, watching basketball, or I might do it downstairs too. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, go vote for All Star. We're gonna keep up with this Jimmy Butler trade stuff, because that I'm gonna keep up with. Now his personal business, I ain't gonna keep up with that, unless it pops in my timeline, that I might give y'all an update. Make sure y'all vote for Jordan. Make sure y'all vote for Steph. Make sure y'all vote for Clay. Just vote for my favorite people, especially if you don't watch basketball, you don't know anything about basketball. I'm gonna teach you, like, and I'm still gonna do some other content of non-basketball stuff, because beauty has always got my heart, and I just gotta serve y'all some more of these looks. Like, it's just giving. Like, I'm so obsessed. Made by Mitchell. I'm gonna be investing in your entire line. Like, I need it. I love you. You help me be snatched. Pat McGrath, you don't disappoint me. You do everything. Your mother. I was expecting the snatched. Like, this is so good. So yeah, I am going to take myself to bed, and then I'm gonna record a video. I'm gonna try to be weekly or bi-weekly at least and record a video for you guys. Then I'm gonna go every other week, do a sports week and do a non-sports week, and then I'm gonna keep you guys updated with everything that's going on with my life. I'm happy to be back. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this video, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell everybody. Like, just call the family, drop the link, and tell them about Stephanie Lynn. All right, y'all. Bye.